Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of the Mitchell Hour Reacts. Today we're going to be talking about the tragic passing of 34-year-old astrology influencer Danielle Johnson, known online as Ayoka. This young lady posting a lot of cryptic things about the eclipse that happened a couple of days ago. And I guess she was at her breaking point, thinking that April 8th was the apocalypse. So let's go ahead and briefly talk about the events that led up to her murdering her partner and her two kids. One of them survived and ultimately taking her own life. 34-year-old astrology influencer Danielle Johnson, known online as Ayoka, murdered her partner, her 8-month-old baby, and ultimately herself. The series of events unfolded in Los Angeles area on April 8th, coinciding with the occurrence of a total solar eclipse, an event that Johnson had tweeted describing it as the apocalypse. Johnson pushed her two children from a moving car. Her 9-year-old child miraculously survived the ordeal with moderate injuries and was promptly taken to a hospital for treatment. Tragically, her youngest child, an 8-month-old baby, did not survive the fall and was pronounced dead at the scene. The tragedy escalated when Johnson drove her Porsche SUV at speeds exceeding 100 miles per hour, resulting in a catastrophic crash into a tree in Redondo Beach. She did not survive the crash. Authorities confirmed that she was the only person in the vehicle at the time of the incident. Earlier that same day, a grim discovery was made in the apartment Johnson shared with her partner, Jalene Chaney, 29. Following a reported altercation between the couple, Johnson is believed to have fatally stabbed Chaney before fleeing with her children. The Los Angeles Police Department later recovered a knife at the scene, bearing the evidence of the violent confrontation. In the days leading up to the eclipse, Johnson had taken to social media to express her apprehensions. However, despite her online persona and cryptic warnings, authorities have stated that it remains unclear if the eclipse played any direct role in prompting Johnson's actions. The discovery of Chaney's body came after neighbors concerned by the open front door of the couple's Woodland Hills apartment chose to investigate, leading to finding the body. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a crazy situation. I'm not going to go on my little mental health rant, checking on your family, checking on your loved ones, checking on your friends, because, I mean, there's too many things that are happening right now that, that should show us that we should do that. But, this could have been prevented, you know. And I'm not putting this on anybody but Danielle Johnson. She's the one that chose to kill her boyfriend. She's the one that chose to try to kill her children and kill herself. So, man, the devil is busy. And the fact that she felt like she had to do this was just tragic. So I'm going to post in the video some of the tweets and things that she was putting out. And yeah, do some more research on the young lady to find out, what really led up to this.
From beginning to end, and now we're learning about a new disturbing layer to this tragedy.
A lot of our foundations as a society are toxic. They're ungrounded and they're unrealistic.
LAPD confirms Danielle Johnson, a.k.a. Danielle Ayoka, seen here on the Scotty and Sylvia show, was an astrology influencer on social media who was concerned about the eclipse.
Eclipses, there's more births, there's more deaths.
Leading up to the eclipse on Monday, Danielle, who went by the handle Mystic X Lipstick, made several alarming posts like these. Wake up, the apocalypse is here. And the eclipse is the epitome of spiritual warfare. She also reposted alerts that signaled This is the final warning. Something big is coming.
This type of story is probably one of the most tragic and horrifying stories that we'll ever hear about.
Like the rest of us, clinical psychologist Dr. David Swanson, who never treated Danielle, is trying to make sense of this horrific tragedy. Just hours before the eclipse was to take place over California, Danielle stabbed her boyfriend to death in Woodland Hills, pushed her kids out of a moving car on the 405 freeway in the Westchester area, which resulted in the death of her 8-month-old baby and the injury of her 9-year-old daughter. Then Danielle died after crashing her Porsche into a tree in Redondo Beach.
Perhaps she thought that this eclipse meant that it was the end of the world.